Hey, good morning, Maria, back with another video. It's 9:41 a.m. It is October 17th. It's Saturday morning, and we're all scuttering around, cleaning up our bedrooms, and I just cleaned up the kitchen, and so I'm just kind of kick back today and relax and enjoy today as much as I possibly can, because there's really not much to do, but I figured I would just try to kick back and do some thinking and listen to some music, which is something I always do. And although those things are very relaxing and therapeutic, it can get a little boring after you've been doing it for almost a year. I've been out of work for almost a year. Can you believe it? And I know that we're dealing with all these other issues that are outside of our control, but then, this issue, I don't even want to go into it, okay? But I'm not happy about being out of work for this long, okay? And they don't realize how much they damage you as a person, and nor do they care. But anyway, so I wanted to come out here and make this video because I was thinking about how before, I used to just do a lot of spontaneous things, and that were different than most people, but those spontaneous actions that I did got things done. Like, I would wake up one morning and say, I think I'm just gonna go and call someone up and see if I can meet with them and talk with them or whatever, and I would do it, and I would do that because it was like it was breaking the routine, and I kept thinking, I should start picking up and being more spontaneous because I need to break this. This is not good for me. It's horrible, actually. So anyway, I'm just kind of filling in some spaces here, kind of thinking about some of the videos that I've been making, and I've been listening to a lot of the videos that I've made in the last few days because I try to remember, okay, what am I focusing on? What do I need to focus on? What do I need to do? This is an issue that constantly revolves in my head. I'm constantly backtracking and thinking, who was involved? Who did this? Who did that? Who did this? And it is extremely overwhelming for me, okay? But I'm glad that I made all those videos. I'm very glad that I did, okay? No matter what ends up happening to me, at least I'm going to have this record that states what happened to me. And I have been taking this issue very seriously, because being gang stalked is not it's a very serious issue. It's not something that should be taken lightly. Okay, you are basically being put in a program that is destroying your life, and it's something that you need to be serious about and think about at all times, right? So, I need to get back and find some sort of job. And once they get their little nasty, fucked up hands in your shit, right, you don't know what to do because they want to insist that they keep you in a network that you don't want to be a part of. And then they go around telling people, oh, don't hire her because we're going to go ahead and do her work. And then, also a bunch of rumors about, you not being a part of their stupid cult and all this other shit, right? It's very hard for me to speak kindly about this issue. So if you sense a little bit of resentment in my tone, it cannot be avoided, okay? Because when you think about the severity of it, and then also the punishment by law of this crime, okay? Because these people really, I honestly do believe that these people deserve the minimum, at least a minimum 10-year sentence, okay? They do. At least that, okay? In my opinion, they should be taken to the gallows, okay? But, there's a lot of anger there because this has been going on for entirely too long, okay? And I deserve to work, right? And then the fact that the excessive control, I was just getting ready to finish that article that I had just started reading that was sent to me through the Narcissistic Abuse organization, which I appreciated. I mean, I know a little bit about narcissism, but the more, and I can't stress this enough, narcissism is far more common than you believe. If you think that, if you deal with somebody who really does feel in some sense of entitlement to dictate and control another person's life, and seems hesitant to get the fuck out of your life when you tell them over and over again that you don't love them, you don't like them, they're terrorizing you, whatever, and they just sit there like, oh, we're just gonna just sit here anyway. It is destructive. You know what I mean? I can't return anyone's love, or their fake love or their concern or anything. You just want to get away from them. They're monsters to you, right? So this is information is really valuable to a lot of people. It's good for them. It's good to read about it, because when you read like about narcissism in like a psychology book, or maybe some psychologist who wrote a book about narcissism, they talk a little bit about it, but it's really interesting to hear like real live accounts of other people who've experienced something that you've experienced, or even worse. It's like when you start realizing that these narcissist people, they don't know any limits. They don't have any boundaries, and this is an example of it, So, like when somebody wants to force you to be married, to force you into a religion, to force you to think a certain way, it's like, wow. It's quite shocking. And once you experience it, you never feel safe. You never feel safe. And the only way that I would feel safe, really, is to see that these people were wiped off the face of the planet, or I saw them taken off to jail. That's the only way I feel like I could rest. I do. I feel that disturbed by it. It's twisted. It's very twisted. So anyway, came on here to make this video because yes, Maria is very, very lonely right now, but I'm not desperate enough to hang out in the burp. Okay, you gotta be out of your mind. But I do want to meet people, and I was talking about, people who shared my values, and I want to, I want to find people. I don't expect people to be highly intuitive. I don't expect them, but I do like to be around free thinkers. I think free thinkers are important, and I would prefer to be around women who tend to be assertive, and women who are strong. I really do want something like that in my life. Strong women, strong friends, I shouldn't say women, I should say maybe a good woman friend, because I could talk and we can plan and do things together, and I am independent. Like, I'm an independent thinker. I believe in individualism. Okay, maybe not necessarily the same way that Rand, I forgot her name. Ayn Rand? I can't think of her last name. Rand, whatever. She's the one who wrote the Fountain. Whatever. I don't remember. I guess it doesn't matter. But you know who I'm talking about. Ayn Rand. People know who she is. She was very famous in the late 1950s and 60s, and even in the 70s. She was somebody who promoted individualism. Now, her form of individualism is not necessarily the same as the way I look at it, okay? But I do believe that people should think for themselves. I do believe that people should, not allow themselves to be persuaded by the majority, because oftentimes the majority is wrong. Okay, we have to think about things for ourselves. We have to make our own decisions. I'm not saying that people shouldn't belong to a religion or a tradition if they choose to. I mean, when you get to a certain age, like, for example, you might be raised in a Methodist church, okay? And your family believes this. And then you go off to college, for example. You go off to college and you are open to other forms of thought. This happens to a lot of people. It happens to a lot of people, okay? They were raised in a certain tradition, and as they get older, they're exposed to different things, and they have to make a decision. Is this still right for me? And then their family might, bully them and all this other stuff, okay? And it's hard. But the fact is, these people are adults now. They have the right to make a decision. They could either choose to stay within their family and deprive their own emotional and spiritual needs for the sake of, being close to people who really don't love them. I will tell you, if somebody tries to force their shit on you, they do not love you. They don't. Okay? But you're going to sit here and sacrifice yourself to make them happy. I don't believe in that. I don't love anyone that much to do that. There is no one in my life. I mean, I love my son, okay? I love my son. Really, I do. Okay? But of course, he's an adult. Okay? He's an adult. But, I don't love anybody to sacrifice myself. I just don't. And a lot of people are afraid to say that. They just don't. But I don't. In my life, I have never had anyone in my life that gave me the sort of love that I would want to do that. And I wouldn't, there's nothing that warrants that. You either coincide with people, you either match their goals and ambitions, and likewise, or it's a no-go. And plus, when I think about the people like my ex-family and stuff, I don't have any feelings for them. I just don't. Years and years and years of abuse, but I've already went into that in other videos. But I want to meet people who are free thinkers, and I know they're out there. And I see all kinds of things that people are talking about online and stuff, and maybe they don't match me 100%. You're always going to have small differences, okay? But I want to be around people who appreciate me for who I am. Somebody who's not going to sit here and feel intimidated and fearful that I'm going to try to get more than what they have. They're either going to help me or assist me, support me, or whatever. You know what I mean? But it's got to be a harmonious union or relationship, friendship, what do you want to call it. It's got to be that way. I'm an adult, and those are the things I want in life. It doesn't make sense for me to be around people who are traditionalist. And I could be friends with a traditionalist, but not like the kind of relationship where I want to be around them. I want to be part of their, I don't want that. I don't. And plus, I don't have any emotional attachment to my blood relations or my ex-husband's family. I don't have any. And that sounds, I can't believe you could say something like that. Well, after being abused and psychologically abused, financially abused, exploited, everything under the sun, honestly, if only a fool would love you. That's it. A fool. And I'm not a fool. Clearly not. So anyway, sorry, but you have no idea what this does to a person. You have no idea what this does to a person. I don't want your religion, okay? Nor do I want your lifestyle. So anyway, I was thinking about a lot of things last night. I went to bed, I think maybe around 9 o'clock. And I kept thinking, what am I going to do tomorrow? It's so boring. It's boring. So I want to think about contacting some people and just getting out and talking. I'm just really tired of being stuck in this house. I'm so tired of it. And I was also thinking about the monitoring of, my personal life. And then I wanted my perps to know something right now. You can look at me all you want to. You can have people spy on me. You can have people do all kinds of stuff, okay? But nothing I do relates to anything that you do. Okay? I don't know why you bother. Today, my jeans are dirty, right? They're dirty. And I've been wearing them for a few days, right? So I put them in the hamper, right? So I'm okay, what am I going to wear today? And I thought, I'm just going to go ahead. This is one of those $9 Walmart dresses that you see at those end caps, right? So I thought, okay, I'm going to wear this dress. And then I shouldn't have to worry about every damn thing that I put on. And I kept thinking, I'm just going to wear this dress. And they're going to think, if somebody sees me outside, they're going to think, she was wearing a dress today. You know why? Because my jeans are dirty. That's why. And I like color coordinating. And I like those sort of things. And yesterday I was watching, I was on Facebook, right? And there was this meme, and it's got this black dude. He's I don't know if he's black or he was Hispanic. It doesn't matter, whatever. That's not the point. The point is, he had this look on his face I don't know why no one cares how goddamn long your eyelashes are, right? Because he was talking about women, not all, I think he was saying is, the meme was meant to say that a lot of men don't go in for women wearing fake eyelashes or whatever. And I'd like to say one thing. I don't wear fake eyelashes. I've never worn fake eyelashes. I remember when I was a kid, there was some fake eyelashes that I had come into contact with. I don't remember who gave them to me. I think I might have gotten at a garage sale or something weird like that, right? But I've never worn them. I never, like, people know that, I do wear, what do you call it? Eyeliner sometimes, and I do wear mascara, stuff like that, okay? A lot of women do, okay? You can go, to any office, you can go to a lot of department stores, you're going to see women who wear these, okay? Some do, some don't, but they do, okay? I've never worn fake eyelashes. And fake eyelashes are generally something that is meant to wear at night. Like they call day makeup, and then there's like night makeup, okay? And day makeup is usually consist of natural tone colors. Like, for example, a white woman would wear more like beiges and tan colors or whatever, okay? And it's not to actually really be noticed. It's more so like she covers maybe wrinkles, maybe some, what do you call it, crow's feet that she has or whatever. And the same thing with black people, except for we might wear shades that are, of course, more coordinated to our skin, okay? It's more for hiding blemishes. It could be for all other reasons, okay? And then you have the nighttime makeup, where that's more of like the darker hues, the dramatic eyeshadow, meaning like, it could be some of the more colored type eyeshadows, like whatever, glitz, glam, whatever. It's time to just like put on the show, right? So there's a difference there. So when I think of fake eyelashes, I think of nighttime, like when you're going out to a gala, cocktail party, some sort of premiere. You're going somewhere where you're going to be really dressed up and, like, dressed to the nines or whatever. But he was basically saying, I don't know why nobody cares about your... And I will say that this is true. A lot of men don't go in for makeup. They don't. They don't like it. There's a lot of men who do not like makeup. So then they wonder, but they always assume that women are wearing makeup because of men. That's the point. This is why I thought this meme was funny. Because women don't necessarily wear makeup for men. We wear it for ourselves. Especially if you're the kind of person who likes to coordinate. Like, for example, there's a sweater that I have in my... sweater and a tank top and a skirt that I have, right? And it's like this dark navy blue, and I love that. I love that outfit, right? But I rarely wear it, right? But still, when you do that, you like earrings, you want to add, if you have a handbag that matches it, you want to wear that, you want to wear the shoes. And so when you think about your makeup, if you can wear it, and if you're in an environment that's okay, then you're going to want to put that on too, because it's about you matching. You're getting into your little outfit, your little creative project, which is you every day, okay? As for people who like clothes, this is a part of it. It's a part of the accessory, okay? I wasn't thinking about getting the attention of John or Tom, Dick, or Harry, or whoever, the guy from high school, my ex-husband. I'm thinking about putting on my outfit. So it's stupid for men to think that everything that a woman does is for them. It's not about them. Some people like myself, we like clothes. We like when I was little, I used to watch reruns of a lot of the 60s shows, and I would see the women, and that doesn't stop. It doesn't stop at the age that just because you get older. But I never thought, man, that outfit's so cool. I never thought, well, I wonder would this guy like it, or this guy like it, or this guy. And I will tell you, when I was younger, and I liked Guy, I don't ever recall buying any special outfits for anybody or anything like that. I don't ever recall doing that. It's for me. And so when I saw that meme about the guy who was talking about, men don't care about how long your eyelashes are, maybe what he's saying is those things aren't important to him. Maybe he doesn't even like them. And I know a lot of men don't like makeup. They don't. A lot of men don't like makeup. But the thing is, women do. They do. I've known like some women who... I remember talking to this guy, and we were talking about... he used to tell me their problems all the time, okay? But we were talking about nighttime lingerie, Okay, and I was saying, we were joking, and I said, oh, well, don't you love it when your wife comes strutting out in one of those, like, what do you call those things? Negligees. I don't even think they can call it that anymore, right? He's like, actually, no, you know what I like seeing my wife in? I like seeing her in my t-shirt, my work shirt, or my t-shirt. And that made him feel happy, and he found that to be extremely attractive, and this is what he liked. Okay? But I think women like those lacy, pretty, frilly things, but that's not necessarily the case with a lot of men. Now, some men do. They like it. But a lot of men don't necessarily like women who wear makeup or wear fake hair, or they don't really care about your outfits. They might probably do appreciate you in simple clothes. Okay? But once again, it's not about what a man wants. Women have a mind of their own. They have the right to choose what they like, and this is what they like. It has nothing to do with a man. A lot of women like accessorizing. A lot of women like clothes. A lot of women like makeup. I would like to also say that when it comes to makeup, I've never been somebody who spent a shitload of money on makeup. Now, I know there's women who go to salons. They go to get face peels. They get facials. They get all kinds of stuff. And most of my pieces of my makeup usually comes from like either Walmart or the dollar store. I've never had some of the luxury items that a lot of women have. And even when I was working and had a good paying job, it's just never occurred to me to do that. But whatever the case is, what I do in my life has nothing to do with men. It's about my personal interests, my personal hobbies, my personal love of coordination. And that's what it is. And it is a lifestyle for me. It's a part of my life. It's like, if you love clothes, you're going to love accessorizing. You're going to like matching things. You're going to like being a part. That outfit is what you are for that day. Like, I have this app on my phone, and it's like color of the day. Like, today's color was autumn leaf brown. That was recommending to wear, right? Why am I going to wear autumn leaf brown when that looks just like my skin color? I would just be walking around looking weird because I don't like those colors. Not on me. Because it's like there's no contrast. That's a color that looks too much like me already, so I want to be able to, have that contrast. So I thought, I'll just wear black today. You see. But it's not about, Now, like I said, if a woman who rarely takes care of herself or doesn't like clothes, and then she's trying to get a guy's attention, she will do that for a little bit. She'll go ahead and spruce herself up, and then, but once she goes back in that relationship, she'll probably stop being that way. Because it's not really who she is. That's not what she really likes to do. And I've seen a lot of women who do that. Like, they're great, they take care of themselves when they get into a relationship, and then maybe once they get married or whatever, they just don't give a fuck anymore. And then that obviously shows that this was something. But this is how I've always been. When I was younger, this is the lifestyle. This is the shit that I'm attracted to. This is what I dig. I dig this stuff. I love clothes. So some people are like, well, if you love clothes and creativity so much, why don't you do this for a living? And I'm going to say why, because number one, I'm not that skilled in that sort of thing, okay? But when I was in the Los Angeles area, I was looking for a job since I worked in accounting or office type work. I figured I would want to go work for maybe like a fashion industry or something, because that way, not only am I in the work that I am, according to those stupid tests, which I can give a flying rip about.
Mom,
Yeah. Hang on.
get that car.
Sorry, my son wanted to ask me a question, so anyway, I paused it. So anyway, this is who I am, and I get irritated because people who've seen me throughout this community, throughout the years that I've been here, and I've been here since I moved here in 2000, and then I dipped out a few times, okay. And then I came back or whatever. And then, so people have seen me. And I've always looked the same. Like, I know I've changed my hair a lot throughout the years, but I look the same. I don't look any different. You know what I mean? So why is it that people think that I've suddenly changed? I haven't changed. The only thing that I've changed is, of course, like my hair, which that's constantly changing. Well, I've been wearing the same hairstyle for a while, okay? But still, like throughout the years, I've had my hair braided. I've worn several different wigs. I've had my hair sewn in. I have all kinds of different hairstyles throughout the year. But I haven't changed my appearance, okay? But what thing is I have changed is I have been able to be more assertive, and sometimes even if I have to, be downright aggressive if I have to combat the idiotic behavior of certain people. So before, I was more reserved, and I thought there was a good benefit in keeping my thoughts to myself. But I realized that was destroying me as a person. Like, I literally wanted to blow my brains out every day. I'm like, you know what? Why am I sucking up this shit? I didn't deserve it. I didn't deserve any of this shit. So then I started speaking up for myself. So that's the only difference. I haven't changed at all. I'm just more open and expressing my feelings on things. And yeah, I want to be around people who share the same values. Not everyone's going to match completely. But yeah, I want to be around people who share my values. And no, I don't want to get into a friendship where I feel as though maybe I could take this girl and kind of impose my views on her so that maybe we can get closer. That's Neanderthal thinking. I'm like, that's like such backward thinking. You know what I mean? You don't do that. And there's only going to be hatred and resentment towards, those people. So, you just keep thinking, okay, the right people will come into your life when they come into life. If they don't, then you're better off. Because you want to protect yourself from just irresponsible people. I don't want anything to do with them. As far as I know, and yes, I do believe in the hereafter. Okay, but exactly what that hereafter entails, I don't know. And according to the scriptures, it's very vague. Like, I have no idea. Okay, but the one thing I do know is that life on earth is hell. Okay, and we have to make it as best as we possibly can. There are certain things that we can avoid, and I choose to avoid certain people who are going to be harmful to me. Okay, and I want to have a better group of people that I can associate with, that I can appreciate, and likewise, I want to be around independent thinkers. And this is what I've been saying all along. I've gone out and made effort to find people who think independently. And it's hard. It's hard. You know what I mean? But I'm not afraid or ashamed of my way of seeing things or my views or my ideas. I'm not ashamed of those. And you can't make me feel that way. I know there's several attempts to do that. These people bully me a lot. They try to enforce their religious views on me, which they don't know anything about. They try to do all kinds of things that are very harmful to me. Okay? They bully is what they do. Okay? It's bullying. But I'd rather die than live in that sort of system. I would rather die than be a part of your scheme. Like, I don't like it. I don't want to be a part of it. I don't, I obviously, I've mentioned before, I'm divorced, okay? I'm divorced. And I also have made an effort to state to my blood relations that this relationship is something that I am sorry that I was born into that family. It is so unfortunate that I was born into that family. And I have suffered greatly for years being a part of that family. Seriously. I mean, I can't tell you the times when I was a young adult or even when I was a teenager, the dark thoughts that I've had because I was confused as to why I had so much unhappiness in my life. It was miserable. It was absolutely miserable. Because I was in your bubble, and I don't want to be in your bubble anymore. I just don't. It's too confusing. It is confusing. It had my brain all spun out, to where you do things that you shouldn't do because you're so desperate to try to break this routine and get out of it. It was very damaging. And no, I don't want it. I don't want it. I'm tired of working for your dumb jobs. You surround yourself with a bunch of incompetent people. And so that's it. I want competent people. It's like it's hard to find competent people. It is. It's very hard. Even when people, they say they have this credential and they've gone to this college and they got this certification, they have this license, they're still, in my book, most of the time, incompetent. They're fuck-ups. And I'm tired of it. You know what I mean? And I know I deal with people who claim to be this. They're supposed to be experts. We're experts at this, and we know so much about that. And then I get there, and I'm like, patience. You have no idea what it's like to be me. You have no idea. Okay? It's not fun. I mean, I'm very grateful that I have this. Like, I have the ability to understand things, but you don't know what it's like when you do and no one else does. And I know they're out there, but it's hard for me to find. I need to find my kind of people. Okay? It's very hard for me to be happy around people with their so-called, plastic intelligence. And why I call it plastic intelligence is you can go to the most expensive college you can think of, okay? But if you have retained none of your knowledge, if you don't apply that knowledge or even know how things relate to one another, like when you see a woman being exploited, being a victim of human trafficking, and you went to school for social sciences, sociology or one of those kind of things, and then you're sitting here participating in it, being blind to it, and it doesn't even click in your head that this is what's going on. You're a fuck up. You wasted all this money on college and it has done you no good, but you have this degree that where people think that you know something. And I see these people all the time, and you have no idea how much I'm sick of it. These very people who dig people's graves all the time with that blank look on their face. Okay? It is not easy being someone like me. It's not easy. It's frustrating. Because I see all these people, advancing themselves and getting all this sort of stuff. And I just try to find a basic office job, and I have a hard time doing that. And it's always these people who think they know so much. I'm just fucking tired of it. I'm not going to be apologizing because I make sure that I color coordinate every day. I'm not going to do that. To me, any self-respecting person takes pride in their appearance. If you respect yourself, you may not be somebody who wants to look, like you may not want to wear dresses and put on belts that, that match your outfit. You don't have to do all that. But if you don't at least get up and like comb your hair and take in pride and make sure that you're not a fucking slob, why would anybody want to associate with you? Okay? I'm not going to apologize for any of that. I'm not going to apologize for not wanting to be a part of a religion that makes no sense. I'm not going to apologize for eating apples and grapes and stuff like that. I'm not going to apologize for that. I get angry all the time because I'm sitting here without a job and I deserve it. And then I see all these so-called professionals and all these people who who somehow have convinced people, even though they don't have all the answers. They're like sitting here, getting on with their life, and then they can lose their job when they participate in a genocidal program. They're participating in human trafficking, and they could easily go out and get a job like that. And I've done nothing. And I ate an apple at my desk, and I'm having a hard time finding a job. You think about what it's like being me. And then you expect me to lower my standards of a so-called average or even lower intelligent level person and live my life happily. When I know good and well that's bullshit. Stop expecting me to lower my standards. Okay? When it comes to I don't. Okay? I need my people. I need my tribe, okay? My tribe. I want independent thinkers. I want people who think outside of the box. Preferably like an independent woman, And then you have these creative visualizations. You know, I have them a lot. Like if you could, like, you know, build your own ideal friend, who would your ideal friend? So you're like, okay, who would that be? And you can't come up with something, you know. So you imagine maybe what would they look like, how would they behave, whatever. And I'm thinking, okay, I would be friends with. So you could pick up. You could be a celebrity. Okay, they're not real. Okay, this is just your idea of the kind of person. I think if I was to meet someone who was like a modern day Gloria Steinman, she and I would get along great. We would get along great. Even though she's a white chick, we would get along great. Why? Because she's someone who thinks outside the box. Now, I don't agree with everything that she did, but I definitely like to be around independent women, and that's what I want to be around. Okay? I don't have the room in my life for fucking traditionalist. If you want to be a woman who stays home and takes care of your kids, you know, that's good. But I hope that you love those kids. I hope you're not beating those kids, and I hope you're not ignoring those kids. And I hope it's sincerely in your heart that you want to take care of these kids. And it's not sacrifice to you. It's something that you truly want to do from the bottom of your heart. Because if it's not, you're treating that kid like dirt, and you know it. Because you resent that kid, and you're just going through the motions and acting like you give a fuck about it, but you really don't. And I can go outside right now, and I can show you several examples of these sort of children. And hey, guess what? I'm one of them. So anyway, I'm going to wrap up this video, and I will be back with another video sometime later. And you know, I do speak directly, because this is my part of my personality, and I'm looking for other women who can express themselves as well too. I'm not a weak individual. Okay, what I want is I want to be around strong women. It's all I've ever fucking wanted, to be around my kinds of people. And those are my kind of people, the strong ones. Be back with another video some other time later. Take care.